Hey, good morning. Welcome back to Mike's Diabetes World. Well, I had things all planned out, so we can start today. First of all, current blood sugar is sitting at 6.7, fully calibrated. So I don't technically have to calibrate till 6:17 this evening. Over here, these three lines that will take us and tell us everything's working okay. I have about 158 units still left in my system, and I have 4 days left on my sensor. So that'll be Wednesday morning again for me here when I'm taping. I'll have to redo it. It is now Sunday morning here. I don't know when you're actually going to see the video, but okay, these are all their different options. We're not going to touch those. So we'll go up here, press the X again. My basal rate was working pretty much all night with a few minor little stops. My correction, which is the blue, so well on top, is all working. Last one was at 6. That's how I have 1 unit of insulin left. I was higher. I was 9 at 5:52, and the correction, it was 7.4, and now it's gone down to 6.5. So I do this in the morning. I don't know why, but we do it. Today, I want to have a discussion with you about the cost of being silent. Or the cost of being silent. How did I put it? The cost of silence. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. This channel is provided for informational purposes only. Contact your physician for any diagnostic or treatment plan. Now, what do I mean by the cost of silence? It can mean twofold. First is the cost of you being silent, whether at work or home life, or you're dating someone and you don't want them to know you're a diabetic. Chances are you're playing with not death. That's probably a wrong thing to say, but you're playing with fire. That's probably a better way. That one day you're going to have problems at school, at work, and no one's going to know what's going on. And no one's going to be able to help you. I personally have always been open about my diabetes. Probably it came that I was pretty well. I thought it was great I got diabetes. I think I got to qualify that a bit. I lost an awful lot of weight. I think the diabetes and my puberty life met together, and I shot right up. I lost an awful lot of weight. It was awesome. But, that kind of tarnishes after a while. when I started work, I let them know. I was left alone in a self-contained business that was open all night. And I worked. Granted, if I went low, there was stuff all over the place. But what would have happened if I had passed out while working? I probably wouldn't have had a career now. Because it would have been, oh, well, we hired you for nights. If you're unable to do it, we're not going to be able to help you. So often people need to have a life check. You need to tell a certain number of people that you have diabetes. It could be your boss and saying, I would prefer that it be quiet, but someone else. Okay. That's the first way. The second way is pretty much what this video was about. Cost of being silent. In diabetes in the whole, if we are silent, nothing's going to happen. We're not going to get the new advances. It's all going to go to type 2, because type 2 is an epidemic. Type 1, we're slowly catching up. We're still being the 10% of all diabetics. But glucometers were pretty well made for a type 1. And that came out of people saying, you know what? I'm not happy. Insulin pumps. We wouldn't have been having the excellent pumps we have now. Syringes were the norm for years. That was the only way we could get insulin. There was an injector you could get. It was kind of like a little mechanical device, and it would go boom. And I thought I really wanted one. But then finer needles, sharper needles came in, and it was so much easier. We have to be vocal and to get changes. Changes are what we need every single day. We need to be saying, hey, diabetes isn't cool. We need more help in getting towards where we are. The CGMs are giving us more information about our health. It now tells us 100% of the time yesterday, or within the last 24 hours, I was in perfect control. That's awesome. We wouldn't have had this if we didn't keep demanding it. So, how do we go about? Be vocal about your diabetes. Telling your doctor about how diabetes isn't working in your life, and demand, or maybe not with him demanding, but keeping up with the latest coming out of diabetes research. First of all, know your diabetes. Know what you need. Know what you can give to the community. doesn't have to be a YouTube post like I do. That's something I do. But telling your family and friends you have diabetes, don't make diabetes such an isolation. Shh, don't tell anyone, but I've got diabetes. So what? Diabetes is so prevalent out there. When I was younger, you really didn't even hear of anyone who had a type 1. They were rare. They were in a city where I lived. It was out there. You knew there were people out there, but you didn't know one. It was that rare. Now, there's more prevalency of type 1. So stop having people live in isolation about their diabetes. There's nothing to be ashamed of. You did not do anything. So don't sort of force any issues about the diabetes. You deserve better. And as a diabetic, I see an awful lot of type 2s that are more open about their diabetes than type 1. We were always sort of, do you have the good type of diabetes or do you have the bad type of diabetes? Well, first of all, there is no good or bad type. We're actually two different diseases. Type 2 is more prevalent out there with fast foods and everything, and weight gain can bring on type 2. Type 2 could possibly, with right exercise, be cured. Type 1, we, for whatever reason, attack the beta cells. Our bodies attack the beta cells. It doesn't produce any insulin. So, we need to be more vocal and say, yes, I have type 1 diabetes. Doesn't mean I'm a drug addict. Doesn't mean I can't do anything I want to do. There's some positions in public safety or firefighting or driving vehicles where you may have to look for another employment or have stipulations on working. But you have to let people know. It's as simple as that. Don't be ashamed. Don't sit there and say, oh, I have diabetes. No, I'll talk to just with my doctor. In any situation, let it be known. Don't settle for second best. And subconsciously, when we want it to be quiet, we always think we're second class, and we are not second class. And don't let anyone ever tell you you're second best because you have diabetes. You are worth so much more. So let people know when it's appropriate that you have diabetes, a new job, in school, in college. You need to take care, to the best of your abilities, of your diabetes. Now, I started this channel in hopes that you could see different aspects of diabetes and hope that you could feel that you could get out there and say, with pride, yes, I'm a diabetic. Doesn't mean I can't do everything. Oh, but you may have a fit. Yes, but you may get sick with a cold. Don't think yourself into isolation. Don't go out with your friends, your family, because, oh, I've got to do a blood sugar. Oh, I don't want to be embarrassed. No, you shouldn't be embarrassed about your diabetes. Remember that. You're just the same as anyone else. You just need a little help with the sugar. That's it. Have a great day, and we'll talk again soon. Bye now. My next vlog topic will be Hey, our next video is going to be don't do it just for appearances. What could ever do I mean? Stay tuned for tomorrow's video. Not only for appearances. Could be interesting. Have a great day, and we'll talk later. Bye now. My email is mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com. mikesdiabetesworld@gmail.com.